You've been playing a lot of Tarkov still, I guess. Haven't
Yes.
branched out. Nothing
No,
new.
it's the dumbest thing in the world. But when you drink, so in the game, there's food and there's hunger. No, I'm sorry,
Mm-hmm.
thirst and hunger. And the apple juice in game expires tomorrow, Friday, if you're watching this.
Oh, that's funny.
They put out a patch today, and I am hoping that it's something to do with the expiring apple juice. That maybe it turns into poison, and you need like a
Alcohol.
grizzly alcohol. I don't
Let it
know.
ferment.
But all the game's apple juice expires tomorrow, and probably nothing will happen. But God, oh God, I hope something does.
So the Master Chief Collection, I'm sure you're aware of, they've remastered all of the Halo games and they're releasing them in order. Not in order of their original release, but in the order of where they
The
fit into the
canon.
timeline of the Halo universe. So Halo 2 came out 2 days ago, 3 days ago, something like that. I bought it 18 minutes after it came out, the whole Master Chief Collection. I just bought the whole package. It was pretty cheap. And me and my buddy Mitty Smitty, we just grinded through Halo 2 in like 2 gaming sessions, I think. The nostalgia. The nostalgia. I hadn't played that shit since the night it came out, like forever ago, whenever the fuck that was. I just really fun playing on PC though. It has this feature where you can press tab and it'll show you what the game used to look like and sound like. And you just hit tab again and it reverts to the remastered mode. It's night and day. It's
Huh.
night and day. It looks infinitely better. There are new cutscenes. There are these terminals that you can find throughout the levels of the game that will show you brand new content that relates to Halo 2 and its sort of timeline. It's when Guilty Spark was talking to the Heretic, for anybody who's really steeped in Halo knowledge and Halo meta. But it shows like their conversations and how they learned that the Covenant is sort of a lie, and that the rings are really meant to destroy all sentient life in the universe, and it's not some like afterlife paradise key or whatever that they call the Great Journey. Really fun to go back and play through that thing. That was great.
I tried playing the other one, Halo.
CE.
That what it is? Okay.
Well, Combat Evolved. That's the first in the main series of games.
It wasn't fun. It wasn't fun. It didn't move right. It didn't look like a modern game. It wasn't 30 FPS. I'm not sure about that part.
Hmm.
And I didn't finish it, even though I enjoyed the company of the people I was with. It was just like, none of us are liking this, right?
Was this on the Master Chief collection that
Yeah,
you
yeah. It was,
bought?
call it 6 months ago or something.
Weird, because Halo 2 is unlimited frame rate.
Okay, I could be wrong about the frame rate. I'm not sure.
Yeah, so I was playing it at, I think I was getting about 140 frames, something like that, which is all I can do anywhere.
Yeah, I was just like, I guess games got better since then. Okay,
It looks great. The
we also played
remaster
on
of it.
normal hardness, which was really easy in that game.
Yeah, we play it on hardened or veteran, whatever it's called, like one below legendary. Legendary is just rough with certain enemies and certain scenarios. There's a point in the game where you're going through these alleyways, and on legendary, and there's a lot of snipers, and on legendary they'll one tap you, and it's just like fuck, like I didn't even see him there, and there's 3 of them anyway. So we didn't do legendary.
When you're
A lot of
choosing
fun
a
though.
difficulty for live stream, you have to ask yourself, like, do you want to have to give the game your full attention, or do you want to like look at chat? Are you hanging out with chat while the game goes on, or are you playing the game while the chat goes on? And I decided the first, but some people do the second. Whatever.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
That's
But
how
yeah,
I'm
if
doing Grand Theft Auto right now, streaming Grand Theft
I
Auto
have-
5. Never played that game before.
Have you played previous
And-
Grand Theft Autos?
Like at friends' houses for small amounts of time. It's just there was no reason I never played them. It's just like I just didn't play them. And so now this is the first time I've ever played through. I'm doing story mode, and this game is so much fun, and it's genuinely hilarious. Like the dialogue is so funny. Like really, really good stuff. So, and like I was surprised, like I didn't realize that game came out in 2013.
Yeah.
And it's still like one of the top 5 games on Twitch of people.
They keep
watching.
updating it. Yeah.
Yeah.
They
And
keep
so I'm
making it
having a
better.
blast with it. I failed this stupid mission like 5 times last night in a row while being mocked by chat because it had to do with flying a plane. And I was really not doing a good job of flying. You had to land the plane. And that was very tough. And then I finished it. I landed the plane. Then I was taxiing to the terminal or to the fucking shed you have to park it in. And as I'm pulling in, the wing clips the entrance and it goes wasted. Like, and I was like, what? Fuck! And I had to do the whole thing. Yeah, that was really aggravating. But other than that, this game's been really a ton of fun. It's awesome. The story's engaging. The dialogue's hilarious. People are telling me to try the role-playing multiplayer, but like I need to figure out how to drive better and how to shoot better and a bunch of stuff before I hop on there, because people are saying I'm just going to get my shit pushed in.
Oh, you will. Yeah.
But I don't really, I'm not too invested in my game.
I haven't played it in years. Vice City was one of those games I had for PlayStation 2 that I just played, or maybe 3, that I just played tons and tons of, like many hours of. And so I love GTA.
I can say very little about video games. My phase, or the last time I played seriously, was probably over a decade ago. But Vice City and San Andreas have probably 10,000 hours of my young life.
Yeah, everybody's saying after, or a lot of people were saying after GTA 5, jump to San Andreas because that's the second best one.
It's great.
I didn't like it. I like because of the story. Like I like the just like running around and being silly. But as far as the storyline, I don't need to play a character who is me. Right? You don't have to be exactly like me.
Careful what you say now. What's your problem with Carl Johnson, Kyle?
I'm gonna say it. I play Skyrim or Fallout or whatever. That's not me. That's
that's a wizard. Yeah,
sure. But I play this, and I just cannot relate to a black gangbanger from Los Angeles. We don't have anything in common.
Well,
is that who you play as in San Andreas?
Yeah. I mean,
We're
as we
pretty much the same.
Top of the show, I'm a street gang blood member from Los Angeles, so for me it just clicked.
Yeah, that's why it resonated so much with young Danny. This is what I'm gonna do in the future. Yeah. I'm gonna kiss people during pandemics. And
so I just couldn't relate to his problems or like see myself doing the things that he did. I mean, again, doesn't have to be like me. I'm playing Vice City, and it's essentially Scarface the video game in a lot of ways. It's very similar to like the story of Scarface, and the motif is very similar to that. The white suits, and you're in Miami, I think, and the cars, the music. I love the music in that game, but I couldn't get into 5.
They should do Grand Theft Auto Moscow. Be all Russian mobsters and
yeah, I'd be down for
cars, shitty Russian cars, and you can work
where
your way
you're the
up to
safest driver.
That's Grand Theft Auto Venice.
Yeah.
Rome,
yeah, Grand Theft Auto Venice, slowly going through there, ramming people. What are you doing?
I've been to a couple of countries now, and I've never seen drivers worse than Rome. Good God.
Really?
Oh, it's like so Italy, they all know they're bad drivers. They all know they're ridiculous, terrible drivers, and they take almost a pride in the insanity and the lack of direction. And I'm out of words on this thing. But in Italy, the driving is next level. The rest of Europe can't drive in Italy either. They're just stupid.
I didn't know that. I knew about Russia, but the reason for Russia having all those is because I think Kyle told me this, like their insurance is so stingy in Russia, or there's something about it that like you need to actually provide video. Yeah, to get insurance for a lot of those companies, you have to have a dash cam. And so that's why they're the same reason that people are like, Florida's crazy. It's like, well, really, Florida, like they just make all of those like crazy records public sooner. And so like if a guy goes and eats a bunch of bath salts in Maine and does something insane, it doesn't make the news as fast.
Interesting that hasn't happened since. That it happened like 3 times in a month and then never again.
Yeah.
I don't believe it's bath salts.